Last week, we explored the art of making tough decisions. As we embark on a new week, let's dwell on the ever-evolving nature of life and explore the art of embracing change. So today's Monday story is on the art of embracing change, navigating life's unforeseen turns. Life is a dynamic journey, as we all know. It's a winding road and it's filled with unexpected twists and turns. While some of these shifts may be anticipated or planned for, many others catch us off guard and they leave us uncertain and disoriented. In the face of this change, it's easy to resist and cling to the familiar, even when it's no longer serving us. But resisting change only leads to frustration and stagnation. And there are multiple stories about companies that have gone under, Kodak being a very good one. Kodak invented the digital camera, but their very invention is what put them out of business because they didn't adopt that change. So in the face of change, as I said, it's easy to resist and cling to the familiar, even when it's no longer serving us. But resisting change only leads to frustration and stagnation. Instead, we have a choice. We can either fight against the inevitable or learn to embrace it as an opportunity for growth and transformation. Embracing change does not mean abandoning our goals or dreams. It simply means adapting our approach as circumstances evolve. It's about recognizing that change is not always negative, but rather a catalyst for new possibilities. So let's all consider, the familiar story of a caterpillar. Consider the life of a caterpillar. It spends its initial days crawling on the ground, confined to the limitations of its form. But then a remarkable transformation occurs. It encases itself in a paralysis, a period of seeming inactivity and dormancy, yet within this cocoon, a profound change is taking place. The caterpillar cells are rearranging and transforming into a beautiful butterfly. Just like a caterpillar, we too must learn to embrace the paralysis moments of our lives, the periods of uncertainty and transformation. These moments may be challenging, but they also essential for our growth and evolution. So here's some guiding principles that can help you navigate change with at least more grace and resilience. The first is that you have to acknowledge your emotions. Allow yourself to feel the emotions that arise when faced with change, whether it is fear, sadness, anger, or confusion. Acknowledging your emotions is the first step toward processing them and moving forward. And this can be quite difficult, especially if that change may mean a loss of a job, the death of a family member or a close friend, or other negative circumstances. They may also be positive if it's you have acquired a new job or there's a promotion, but you have to acknowledge your emotions and start by recognizing them. And as I said, acknowledging your emotions becomes the first step towards processing them and moving forward. Number two, you have to seek support. Surround yourself with supportive people who can offer understanding, encouragement, and a listening ear. And a supportive network can make a world of difference during times of change. If you don't have a support network, or if your friends do not fit this mold of being understanding or encouraging or giving a listening ear, constructive and reinforcing this loop in terms of helping you, then I would go and say, hey, you probably should look for different circles to hang around with and communicate with, because a supportive network, as I said, can make a world of difference during times of change. So you need it. Number three, you have to embrace the unknown. After you have dealt with your emotions, you have sought support, you have to be willing to step outside your comfort zone and embrace the uncertainty of change. View it as an opportunity to explore new possibilities and discover hidden talents and strengths. And number four, you have to focus on the present. Instead of dwelling on the past or worrying about the future, focus on the present moment. Take things one day at a time and appreciate the small and everyday joys. The Bible says tomorrow has enough trouble of its own, and neither one of us, by worrying about tomorrow, can add, a single height to ourselves or a grain of hair to our head. So focus on the present and take things one day at a time. And then number five, and lastly, learn from the experience, which is often overlooked. Reflect on what you have learned from your experiences with change. Identify what worked and what didn't, and use this knowledge to navigate the future changes with greater confidence. It becomes this reservoir that you can pull from in terms of experiences, that you're like, okay, I may not have gone through this particular type of change, but I went through this one, and this is what I learned from it. And you approach the next juncture in your life with a little bit more experience and more confidence. So remember, change is an inevitable part of life. It will happen, whether you like it or not. It's not always easy, but it is essential for our growth and evolution. By embracing change with open arms, we open ourselves to a world of possibilities and transformational experiences. So build on this particular lesson from today and what we've been talking about from last week. And I hope that you continue to have a transformational experience in your life and enlarge the possibilities, because change will always be with you. It's a part of life. And as I said, it may not always be easy, but if you embrace it and learn from it, it can make it navigating it all the more easier, and you generally lead to your destination at least with a lot more confidence.